Hey, Alex. It's great to see you here this morning. I honestly didn't expect to run into you because you always told me that you preferred sleeping a little longer instead of waking up early to exercise.
Hi, Ryan. You're absolutely right. I used to think that waking up early for the gym was impossible. But after feeling tired and unproductive every day, I finally decided to change my routine. I've only been coming here for about a week, but I already feel more energetic and motivated than before.
That's wonderful to hear. In my experience, working out in the morning gives me a positive attitude for the rest of the day. I feel more focused at work, my stress level is much lower, and I don't have to worry about finding time to exercise after a long day.
That's exactly what I was hoping for. Whenever I planned to go to the gym after work, I usually felt too tired or found an excuse to skip my workout. By the time I got home, all I wanted to do was relax on the sofa and watch television.
I know that feeling very well because I used to do exactly the same thing. Building a healthy habit wasn't easy at first, but once exercise became part of my daily routine, it stopped feeling like a difficult task and started feeling like something I genuinely enjoy.
That's encouraging because I'm still trying to develop that habit. Sometimes I feel excited to come here, but on other days I wonder whether I'll have enough motivation to keep going.
Don't worry too much about motivation because motivation comes and goes. What really helps is discipline. Even on the days when you don't feel like exercising, simply showing up at the gym is already a victory.
By the way, how long have you been a member of this gym?
I've been coming here for almost 2 years now. When I first started, I knew very little about exercise, proper nutrition, or even how to use most of the equipment safely. I made plenty of mistakes, but I learned something new every week.
Really? I always assumed that people who look fit already knew everything before they started exercising.
Not at all. Every experienced person was once a complete beginner. The difference is that they didn't quit when things became difficult. They kept learning, practicing, and improving little by little.
That makes me feel much better because I sometimes feel embarrassed when I don't know how to use a machine correctly or when I have to ask someone for help.
You should never feel embarrassed about asking questions. In fact, asking for advice shows that you care about doing things correctly. Most people in the gym are actually friendly and willing to help if you ask politely.
So, what made you decide to start working out in the first place?
Well, a few years ago, I wasn't very active. I spent most of my time sitting at my desk, eating unhealthy food, and avoiding physical activity whenever possible. One day, I realized that climbing a flight of stairs left me completely out of breath, and that was the moment I knew I needed to make a serious lifestyle change.
I can relate to that because my daily routine isn't very active either. I spend almost the entire day sitting in front of a computer, and by the evening, my back feels stiff, my shoulders hurt, and I don't have much energy left.
That's one of the biggest reasons why regular exercise is important. It's not only about looking fit or building muscles, it's also about improving your health, increasing your energy levels, reducing stress, and protecting your body in the long run.
What kind of exercises do you usually do during a normal workout?
I follow a structured workout plan because it helps me stay organized and make steady progress. On some days, I focus on my chest and triceps, while on other days, I train my back, shoulders, legs, or core muscles. I also include cardio exercises several times a week because they improve my heart health and endurance. That sounds like a well-balanced routine. At the moment, I'm mostly walking on the treadmill, riding the exercise bike, and trying a few basic weight training exercises because I don't want to push myself too hard in the beginning. That's actually a smart approach. Many beginners make the mistake of lifting heavy weights immediately because they want fast results, but learning proper technique with lighter weights is much safer and much more effective in the long term.
One thing I'm worried about is getting injured. I've seen videos online where people hurt themselves while lifting weights, and it looks quite scary.
That's a valid concern, but most injuries can be avoided if you use proper form, choose a weight that's appropriate for your ability, warm up before your workout, and never let your ego decide how much you should lift. It's always better to progress slowly than to recover from an unnecessary injury.
That's really helpful advice. I guess patience is more important than trying to impress other people.
Exactly. Remember that you're not competing with anyone else in the gym. Everyone has different goals, different bodies, and different levels of experience. The only person you should compare yourself with is the person you were yesterday. Yes, quite a lot. I still enjoy my favorite foods occasionally, but I try to make healthier choices most of the time. I eat more vegetables, fruits, lean meat, eggs, fish, whole grains, and foods that are rich in protein because they help my body recover after workouts.
I've also started paying more attention to what I eat, although giving up junk food has been much harder than I expected. Sometimes I still crave burgers, pizza, and sugary drinks, especially on weekends.
There's nothing wrong with enjoying your favorite foods once in a while. The key is balance. A healthy lifestyle isn't about being perfect every single day. It's about making good choices consistently over a long period of time.
There are so many fitness videos on social media that I honestly don't know which advice I should trust anymore.
I completely understand. Some creators provide excellent information based on science and experience, while others simply create entertaining content that isn't always accurate. Before following any advice, it's always a good idea to check whether it comes from reliable experts or qualified fitness professionals.
How long did it take before you noticed real changes in your body?
I started feeling stronger after about a month, but the physical changes were much slower. It took several months before other people noticed the difference. Looking back now, I'm glad I didn't give up too early, because the biggest results came from staying consistent over a long period rather than expecting quick success.
That's very motivating because sometimes I expect too much from myself after only a few workouts.
That's completely normal. Many people expect dramatic changes within a few weeks, but fitness is a lifelong journey rather than a short race. Every healthy meal you eat and every workout you complete brings you one step closer to your goal.
Thank you for spending so much time explaining all of this to me. You've answered many of the questions that I've been thinking about since I joined the gym.
You're very welcome. I'm always happy to help because someone once gave me the same advice when I was a beginner. If you stay patient, remain consistent, and enjoy the process instead of worrying only about the results, I'm confident that you'll achieve your fitness goals.
I really appreciate your encouragement. Instead of feeling nervous about coming to the gym, I'm actually looking forward to improving myself little by little every week.
That's exactly the right attitude. Remember, success doesn't come from doing something extraordinary once. It comes from doing ordinary things consistently over time. Now, are you ready to begin today's workout?
Absolutely. Let's stop talking, start exercising, and make today another step toward becoming healthier, stronger, and more confident.
That's the spirit. Let's have an amazing workout together.